Good morning, everybody. It's Gypsy Wolf. I hope everybody is having a great weekend so far. I know I am. Had a little pool party with my amazing neighbor last night. Hoping to go see a movie with my dad today, among other fun things. But I wanted to share a video on an interesting topic, and it has to do why we use symbolism, basically, in magic. And I got the idea from Crescent City Conjure through watching one of their videos. And, you know, it really resonated with me. And I said, wow, not enough people know what he's saying in this video. His name is Elias. He's amazing. Okay, so I even took notes real quick of things, like bullet points I did not want to forget. All right, so as you guys know, if you're not, in your first week of witchcraft, people say intentions, use symbolism, use numbers, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm going to give you as quick of a description as to why as I possibly can in one video and go over a few examples, so to speak. So, some of the notes I took, I'm reading here, so bear with me. Spirit. Okay, here's a good example. Spirit doesn't necessarily speak in any tongue. They do understand our thoughts, but that's because it's on more of a spiritual plane. Okay, and that is why our intentions are everything. So you can write down on a petition or whatever the same thing you want as many times as you would like, but that doesn't mean you're going to get that if you are not putting your, mind, body, and spirit, and heart and soul into it. Because the energy that you give off with those words and into those words is what spirit understands. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. At least he's not farting at this point, which he was earlier. I totally have a boy dog. He's such a boy. Okay, so, alright, the next thing. Everything becomes a representation to spirit. That is why we use numbers, because numerology translates into a language that spirit can understand. Okay? So, that's kind of why we do that. I'm trying to go off my notes and, kind of freestyle this a little bit. Using ancient symbols and runes, that's another good way to incorporate spirit and let them know what we want. But that's why we create the sigils ourselves, because as we are creating them, we are putting our intention into them. And that is what makes spirit understand what we want. Okay, so let's go over just a couple little ways that, because this is hard to understand and put into words in a quick video, even like a 20-minute video, this is hard, okay? So one thing we see so many people using are skull candles. I love using these. Love, love, love. But the spirit will understand because you're using something's skull, mind. Okay, we're using the mind, their eyes. Okay? And we're infusing that magic into that person. So spirit understands, oh, okay, into their head. Because they see the head. Okay? They see the skull. They understand that we are trying to influence. Getting a little too excited and trying to make the video too quick. I apologize. Influence the mind. Infiltrate the thoughts. Infiltrate the sight. Okay? So that's one good reason that we use skull candles. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a lovely singing bowl at the moment, which I cannot wait to get my hands on another one soon. But spirit does tend to connect with sound, certain vibrations. vibration, sound is one of the best ways we can connect and clear out energy, connect with energy, things like that. So, because I don't have a singing bowl to show you at the moment, I can just show you my little bell. I found this at one of my dollar stores. So when I'm about to start a ritual, and I try to make it sound better than that. Hold on. Like that. And I'm clearing out the energy. And Spirit understands because of the vibration of the sound. Clearing out the space. Okay? Next. I know a lot of people hate glitter. But spirits are attracted, just like men are attracted to shiny things. Okay? No offense to you men. Please, no offense to you guys. I'm just being silly. You know, ooh, shiny things. That typical mindset. That's one reason we use glitter. This one's silver. My gold is somewhere else that I used in Money Magic. Green, which I also use in Money Magic. Red, I use for dominance and passion. It's attracting their attention because you don't need to use words. They're attracted to that glitter, that sparkliness. And when you use the right color, you're transmitting through your own intention of what that color means to you to Spirit, okay? So that's one reason we use glitter. So don't hate. Don't hate on the glitter. I like it. I don't use it often, but when I do like it. Powdered mica is the same way. It is a natural form of like a glittery substance, okay? Just wanted to show you that real quick. I do have some of that. It's silver. Love it. Love it. Okay, another reason we use pins. Give me a sec here so they don't spill everywhere. This is why we use pins that have different colored heads on them. Like here, for example, I have a box of just black headed pins. And then I also have a box of all different colored pins, okay? So when you use the color that corresponds to what you want, Spirit understands a little bit more of what you want. So let's say you need money, you're going to use green-headed pins. If you're trying to banish negativity, black color pins. If you're trying to curse somebody, black color pins. If you want passion or dominance over somebody, red color, like red tipped pins. When you use these pins, a good idea, if you're trying to do some forms of negative magic, you want to put them in a cross form. That represents the Spirit. We are trying to cross them, and not necessarily them. If it is a spell that has to do with them gossiping, slandering, whatever, we are crossing up their tongue, okay? Just like if you want to do an uncrossing spell. You can still use pins, start them, and unpin them to represent the uncrossing of something, if that makes sense. Just like we will use, you can use any type of color for thread. I like twine. Let's say we're using a fruit or something else that we would bind similar to that, where we want to cross someone from, let's say, gossip, slander. So when you would go around the fruit, you're going to, I hope I can show it on video here. You would start by going that way. We're going to form a cross, and, you would go back around that way to form a cross. Or you could use a fruit for yourself that represents yourself. And yes, you would wrap it around there, and then you would unbind it and say some type of psalms or prayers or blessings to represent the uncrossing of yourself. Unbinding your throat chakra, things like that. It's all representation to Spirit. When you're giving offerings, here's a good example. I almost never use cash when I go shopping, okay? With anything. I tend to use a debit card or things like that. But I work with angels a lot, and they love to let me know that they're around. And one way that they let you know that they're around is through coins. And almost every day for 6 months, I have found a dime, a new dime, in the kitchen, on the floor, Like, okay guys, I know you're here. So a good way when you're trying to connect back to them, oops, I'm dropping it, connect back to them, use the things that they've given you, such as dimes, especially if you're going with money magic, okay? They'll understand what you're trying to say. And that's also, now this is from a client that needed some love work done. So, boyfriend's undershirt. Don't judge, okay? They're together. He just needs a little pushy push. It has his essence on it, okay? Spirit doesn't even need a name at that point. If it has his DNA on it or her DNA on it, and you're using that in your magic, Spirit will understand who you are trying to affect. Alright, so that is the gist of this video. I know it was a bit spastic, and I apologize for that. But I was trying to explain to you guys why certain things are used in magic and the representations behind them, why they are good to use, why basic stuff like writing down what you want won't work as well as these representations, and you need to incorporate them. Please feel free to ask questions, because I know with this video there could be a lot of them, and I would be happy to answer each and every one of them as best as I personally can. I do tend to work from more of a hoodoo folk magic tradition than I do from a pagan tradition, so please keep that in mind as well. I can steer you in the right direction of people to speak with that are more pagan, if that's what you're looking for. But I think that we're all a bit universal when it comes to magic. So, I talked on long enough. I hope this gave you some good ideas and like a good foundation and a good understanding of why we use some of the things that we use in magic. And it will give you more ideas on how to use it yourself. That's what I'm trying to accomplish here, guys. Like, I can't tell you how to do everything. You got to learn on your own a little bit, too. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope this helped. Again, drop your comments below. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Have a lovely Sunday, and I cannot wait to see you all again. Blessed be.